going on, everybody? Welcome to another Natural Human Diet live stream. How's everybody doing today? Today we got raw wild-caught swordfish, raw unsalted butter, organic baked potato. This is my lunch for the day. And I am starving. Yeah. Love me some swordfish, man. This is, besides tuna, it's probably my favorite fish. I just devour this stuff. Welcome, guys. Yeah, Fafu, if raw milk gives diarrhea, try drinking like an ounce of it. Slowly introduce it to your system. Do like an ounce and then maybe do like another ounce the next day and just slowly get it into your system. You should always drink it at room temp too, in my opinion. It tastes better that way. What's up, guys? Yeah, this stuff is frozen. It's hard to get fresh swordfish. What's up, Darius? Enjoyed my interview with Joey. Cool. Yeah, that was fun, man. I like that guy. Seems like a smart kid. He's on to the path of truth. So yeah, as far as what I know of him so far, I support that guy, man. He's got his head in the right place. This is a baked potato for all you strict primal dieters. This is one of nature's delicious delights. And what you do is you cook it and then you open it up here and then you just shove it full of butter. Put globs of raw butter in there and you eat it and enjoy it. Oh, cool. I got a subscriber thing on my channel. I didn't know I had that. Let's see. What are the benefits of raw milk? Oh, there's so many, man. The raw bacteria in there. All the raw fats, more milk fats are good for you. Raw bacteria and enzymes. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals. There's so much good stuff in raw milk. It's very good for your gut, your skin. It's good for putting on weight. Is it true milk in general causes gallbladder stones? No, I doubt it. I think that's probably vegetable oils and seed oils. Do I talk to Derek Nance? Yeah, we correspond. Do they wash the fish with anything? Like some chemical to keep bacteria down? No, but I think they irradiate this. Unfortunately. They do some kind of irradiation or something. Like carbon dioxide or something. I think they do that to a lot of food. Twilight says, bro, I think eating starch cooked is the only way. Yeah, cooked starch. I used to eat raw potatoes when I was a kid. I actually don't mind them. But cooked potatoes are bomb, man. I love cooked potatoes. What I wash my hair with? water, man. Just water. No soap, no shampoo. I don't even use eggs anymore. I found that eggs like stripped out the natural oils in my hair. So I don't even wash my hair with raw eggs anymore. I just wash it with water. T Moeller, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Hope the kids are good. Bon appetit, Joachim. Yeah, I'm trying to add some more carbs in because I've been on like pretty close to like a strict raw carnivore this winter, which is natural because we're supposed to eat seasonally. In the wintertime, you would have had less access to fruit and starches. So I've been going just real heavy on the meat and butter and eggs and milk. And I've been getting a little lean, and I found that I'm not... I just felt like I wasn't eating enough. My energy wasn't right. So I started eating actually a lot more carbs. Basically like potatoes and milk. So now that the potato is, I can stick my finger in it without burning my finger. Now I stick the butter in. Get that in there. So hopefully it doesn't damage too much of the raw nutrients in the butter. Cram this buddy full of butter. Let that sit for a minute. Twilight says in Latin America they cook regular bananas before eating. If anything, they eat them super ripe. Oh, interesting. Huh. That's interesting, man. Is there any difference if you eat raw egg from a chicken that's been vaccinated and one that hasn't? Good question. I don't know for sure. To give you the answer to that, I'd have to like take the egg and test it for vaccine chemicals. Do I think the raw diet could help with the side effects of vax shots? Oh yeah. Like this is basically a detoxification diet. What happens when you get vaccines, at least normal vaccines, the COVID vaccine is not a vaccine, it's a gene therapy. But if you get like a normal shot, like a flu shot or whatever, you're getting like mercury and formaldehyde in your system. You need raw foods to help carry those toxins out. Things like oysters and berries, very detoxifying. So is raw milk. How much do I weigh? I'm probably about 205. I usually hover right around 205. Sometimes I get up to 210. But it's not so much the diet itself that helps you heal and things like that. It's allowing your body to do what it needs to do to heal. And in order to allow your body to do what it needs to do to heal itself and detoxify itself, you need to provide it the right nutrients. It's your body that's doing everything. Do I ever eat coconut cream? I don't think I've ever had it, man. It's really hard to get. I'd love to, though. T. Muller says it was nice to see you going to pick up farm milk on Instagram. Beautiful landscape. Yeah, it's pretty nice out here in Nebraska. It's really flat, but it's a lot of beautiful farm country out here. Nathan says, are you interested in philosophy? If so, what are your favorite philosophers' ideas? You know, man, I can't get into philosophy, man. Despite having like a pretty high IQ myself, I find it hard to digest. I've tried, man. I've tried to read Plato and Aristotle and Socrates and Nietzsche. I find Nietzsche almost incomprehensible. I don't know, man. It's just philosophy isn't my thing. It's too in the weeds. I like to sort of stay on the surface of things, and I like when people explain things in like plain speak. But that being said, like just because I don't get really into philosophy doesn't mean that I don't think it's cool. I think it can be pretty interesting when you're starting to break down certain ideas and topics and concepts and things like that. It's just, to be honest, I haven't dug enough deep into it to really give you like a proper answer. But the things that I have read, I find it extremely hard to read. Like, I guess I find it boring, I guess. Let's see. The Hermit says, I'm poor and I can't afford to eat as much meat. Are there any alternatives, or am I better off just water fasting to detox? Well, I mean, you got to eat something, right? I mean, if you're not eating meat, then I guess you're eating carbs, right? You got to go out and get a job, man. Where do you live? What's the economy like where you live? You can't get a decent job to buy meat? What food have you noticed gives you the best building blocks to grow muscle easiest? Probably red meat. Any recent new books? Man, I could show you guys my whole library. My whole library is super interesting, man. Talk about philosophy. I got a bunch of stuff in there, man. I don't have time to read anymore. It sucks. It's really hard for me to sit down and read a book now, man. I used to crush books. But now that I'm getting married, like my fiance lives with me now, it's like really hard. Like the extra time that I have, like I'm spending with her, you know? It's hard to read, but you gotta check out my Instagram page. It's called Primal Book Club, and I keep things pretty updated on there every time I read a book. Darius says, I think a lot of philosophy is trying to solve problems in life, which would be solved if they just stopped eating grains. Yeah, maybe. I mean, a lot of that intellectualism, too, is just a lot of people just sort of getting off on their own intellect to a certain point. Team Roller says, these live streams are kind of philosophy. Always interesting people on here. Yeah. I guess philosophy is a pretty broad term. I mean, what does it actually mean? The study of like thought or something like that? Maybe I'm a philosopher and I don't even know it. I mean, I definitely we all philosophize about things, you know what I mean? I guess when you just bring up philosophy, I always think of Aristotle and Socrates and all these guys and classical philosophers, you know. I find it all really fascinating, and I think a lot of those guys were probably using substances in order to get them in these mind frames where they could get in these dialogues with each other. I think I think those guys were all eating mushrooms. I'll just be honest with you. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just think that a lot of philosophers and prophets were using things to get themselves in these mind states, and then they wrote all these books, and then we read it when we're sober and we're like, what the hell are these guys talking about? You need to get in that mind frame. Bradley David Good, how are you, sir? I'm enjoying your YouTube channel, man. I like your videos are kind of funny. I don't mean that disrespectful. I think you're trying to be funny sometimes. Like your short videos, it's pretty funny how you describing your food. I like it, man. Yeah, I wish I could show you the library. I can't bring my library in here. There's a lot of stuff in there, man. Got books about philosophy and health, and got old dictionaries, I have books about the Elysian mysteries, shamanic work. I have books on shamanism, all sorts of stuff in there. Twilight says, I've noticed that a lot of these primal guys think that they don't have to work. Well, at least you got to get some cash in so you can afford good food. Yeah, that's what happens when you follow Sferia too much, man. You think you can just live in the forest and not have a career to support a family. Men have to work, man. That's what we're here for. I know I sound like primal dad over here now, but it's true. I'm not happy unless I'm working. I took a long time off of work. And I got a lot of things straightened out in my life, and now I'm back to work. Someone says, what on earth is that white mask picture on their shelf behind you? I knew someone was going to say that. I just turned that before the stream. That's called a hollow face illusion. So, basically, it's like a hollow face. It's hollow inside. And it's one of those things where like it like follows you wherever you go. Look up hollow face illusion. It's pretty cool. All right, man. I eat that fish so fast. Sergeant Angle says Nietzsche used to drink raw milk and steak. That's cool. He's got some good stuff. Like I tried to read his book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra. I couldn't even understand it, dude. And I had like a super high reading comprehension. I couldn't understand what the hell he was even talking about. And I've read like a lot of books, man. So I don't understand most of Nietzsche. But my buddy Sean is really into Nietzsche. And when we hang out, he'll bring up Nietzsche every once in a while. And some of the stuff is like really interesting. And I do agree with. Philosophy means love of wisdom. Oh, okay. Interesting. I feel like I'm more into like the metaphysical world than the intellectual world at this point. Though I'm probably technically an intellectual, I don't take pride in it anymore, at least. It used to be a big part of my ego. Sarah Sapien, wannabe homesteader. Hey, how's it going, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. No kidding. Good to see ya. Hope everything is well with you. Vincent Law, are you still going to eat butter from Amos after the Ohio chemical fiasco? Oh, yeah. We've talked to people that are like 10 miles from the so-called disaster, and their farms are fine, man. Nothing to worry about. Bradley David, thank you. Nice to see you, and thanks about the videos. Yeah, I'd like to inject a little bit more humor, more fun that way. Yeah. It's just interesting. Your videos are pretty interesting, man. They're like super short, but and sweet and to the point. Andy, what's going on? These potatoes are so good. The best. It's just not the same though watching someone eat a potato, is it? Like eating raw meat, there's something about watching someone eat raw meat. But when they start eating like potatoes, it just gets like messy and gross. Jay Young Gun, I see you have a shadow watching you eat. Do you give them a lot of variety like organ meats, or do they do fine with mostly muscle type? Yeah, I mean, I think they're okay with muscle meats. Mostly. We give them a little bit of liver every once in a while. And they get like raw milk. And like chicken feet, lots of bones. They'll get like tongue. I'll give them like a goat head and they'll eat the tongue off of it. But we don't give them like a whole lot of organs, no. I mean, they're super healthy. It's just hard to say what they need, man. These are my first dogs. You know, they're the healthiest dogs that I've ever seen. T. Mueller says, my 3-year-old was obsessed with killing a chicken and drinking the blood and eating the brain on the spot. Talked about it every day until we did it for him. I'd never seen him so happy. He's your biggest fan. Oh, man, that's so awesome. I love to hear that. That's so cool. You know, kids are the closest to God. They know the truth. Sergeant Angle says, Nietzsche. Nietzsche, I gotcha. It's not Nietzsche, it's not Nietzsche, it's Nietzsche. Maybe the reason I don't like Nietzsche is because he was quoted as saying he doesn't have a drop of dirty blood in his system, especially German blood. And I'm like 95% German. So maybe me and Nietzsche are just different people, you know? Nietzsche is a German racist. Have I thought about eating whole bones? I'm not sure how we would do that without cooking them down. You know what I mean? We made a chicken bone broth yesterday, actually. I'm gonna try it. Personally, I just like scraping the marrow out. But we have these like leftover pasture-raised chicken carcasses, and we give them to the dogs. We pay like $25 for these chickens. And instead of giving them to the dogs, I think we're going to try to maybe make some broth out of the bones. So it's not technically raw, but I'm just going to try it. We have some in the fridge right now we made from last night, and I'm going to try it today and see how it is. Sylphwave says, you and Derek are the best advocates and representatives for the raw meat community. Thanks, man. I try to just do my thing. Play good music, eat my food, and help you guys achieve optimal health. It's going to make for a good workout today, you know, a little bit of carbs for the workout. Thoughts on Orthodox Christianity? I'm a catechumen. Not sure what that is. It's deep, dude. It's deep. Very deep question. Things I agree with, things I don't agree with Orthodox. I don't believe Jesus was God. I think that's a ridiculous notion. I think Jesus was a great guy. Very special dude. I think the Trinity is kind of weird. Doesn't make sense to me. I think organized religion in general has become very corrupted. I think it started out with good intentions, though. I eat raw meat. Yes, I eat raw meat at work. Yes. I just fill up like glass containers and I bring it in. And I go to my truck and usually eat in my truck where I can relax and sit down. Ravneet says, can you talk about semolina and war egg that create biotin deficiency? I don't really get into the avidin biotin stuff with eggs. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe in it. No animal separates the egg white from the yolk. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. Some people say There's two things I hear about eggs. One is avidin and biotin. You shouldn't eat the whites, you should only eat the yolks. And the other thing I hear is you should cook the egg. You're going to get more nutrients out of it. It doesn't make sense to me. Roots, haha dude, I tried salt cured bacon from the butcher the other day and detoxed out both holes. Still don't know whether it was the salt or the pork was toxic. Yeah, don't eat raw cured bacon, dude. I ate a pound of raw cured bacon one time and I had a stomach ache for like 2 hours. Like, it wasn't an ache, it was like sharp pains in my stomach. And it was the only time I've ever had sharp pains in my stomach on this diet was from cured bacon. Don't mess with that stuff. Only eat raw, uncured. L says, bro, any idea how I can cure my fish allergy and nut allergy? I had it when I was 5. Man, I don't know. The only thing I can suggest is just drinking lots of raw milk and raw honey. Those seem to help people with allergies for some reason. It's a good question. You could try to do experiments where you like slowly introduce it into your system at a time, you know? Like little bits at a time. Little chunks at a time. Victoria Willing says, what do you agree with Islam? A lot of stuff, actually. Sharia law. Keeping things out of the public square. You know? Do what you want in your own home, but keep it out of the public square. And if you don't do that, you get put in prison. Islam's got a lot of great points. But I haven't looked too deep into it. I just kind of honestly just heard things about it. But I don't think it's all bad. How do you get motivated to work so much? Eating so good now, I feel so satisfied and joyous, not motivated to achieve more. I used to be motivated off of negative emotions. I don't know, man. I've always been a hard worker, and I've always been like a positive guy, and I just keep going. Just keep moving, man. You just, I don't know. Like, just work. You just don't think about it, man. You know? Sylphwave says, I don't like having a middleman between me and God. I don't want a special building, congregation, or rituals. Yeah, I feel the same way. That's why we're not really actively looking for a church right now. Because I just don't feel an urge to have anybody else teach me about God than God himself, you know? Everybody can reach God on their own. ACH Gamer says, is the mercury in seafood a real thing? How to deal with it? Because I love to eat swordfish every day, which is very high in mercury. According to experiments by Ogenus van der Planets, he found that raw fish does not store the mercury in your system as much as cooked. So that's the deal with that. If you eat it raw, you should be okay. Jim Fleece says, sup Abe Lincoln. How did you know, dude? That was my nickname in high school, Abe Lincoln. Except for Abe Lincoln didn't have a legendary beard quite like this. He had more of like the chin strap. But when I grew a chin strap in high school, they called me Abe Lincoln. Sergeant Angle says allergies is about gut health. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking raw milk in large doses would probably help with that in some way. Help heal the gut up, you know. Jim says, hey Wes, have your eyes gotten lighter since eating raw primal? I believe so, yeah. They've definitely gotten like less green. F says, I agree with Islam that Jesus is a man and a prophet. I don't understand how he could be a god if he told people to worship God. It's It's dumb, dude. How could Jesus be God? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Orthodox Christians and everybody else. It's just, I've never believed that. Even when I was a kid, I didn't believe that. Like, he's God? He never said that. He said, I'm the Son of God. He never said he was God. I don't know where they came up with that. T. Moeller says, Wes, my mom decided to eat animal-based. Do you think it's better to start cooked carnivore? She already drinks raw eggs and eats raw butter, not raw meat. I would say if she's into doing raw, then have her start raw. But if, she starts getting like really bad detox symptoms, then I would switch her over to cooked for a while to stop, I'm not sure how old she is. I'm guessing she's, by your age, she's maybe in her 50s or something. But if she's into raw, then do raw for sure. But I started with cooked for like a month, and then I went to raw after that. So, whatever she's down to do. AJ says, when was the last time I ate junk food like crisps? Oh, like chips or something? When was the last time I ate chips? I think at work, someone, like the boss brought in some like really tiny like bags of potato chips, and I ate one like a month ago just to see, and I hated it, dude. It's stupid. Junk food is stupid. But other than that, I don't mess with junk food, fast food, pizzas and pop and any of that crap. Do I feel a big difference between cooked carnivore and raw carnivore? I mean, I ate cooked carnivore only for a month, so it's hard to really say, but all I know is that raw carnivore was like way different, in my opinion, compared to just the 1 month I was on cooked carnivore. Vincent says, dry fasting cured my allergies. After 4 days, I could tolerate everything. Wow. Zula for Charlie says, what's up, man? How would you recommend transitioning from animal-based? Jump in or transition slow? I'm ordering the Autoimmunity book for more info. Just jump in, dude. There's no sense in like slowly getting into it. What I did is I just started eating raw steaks, and if you really like it, then you're going to want to eat another one, and you're not going to want to go back to cooked, man. Just jump in. There's no reason to transition, really. How many kids do I want? I think somewhere between 3 and 5, but realistically probably 3 to 4. Am I ever worried they won't listen to you when they grow up and become corrupted? Well, they might go through phases like that, like when they're teenagers or something, but no, I don't, because I think I'm going to be a good example. If you're a strong father and you are showing your kids the truth, and you're not angry with them, and you're understanding, they're going to respect you no matter what. The same thing goes for like dogs. My dogs respect me, because I'm like that with them. ACH Gamer says, could you share with me the source where Gelinas talked about mercury? To be honest, man, the only thing I know offhand is if you go to my Instagram and just scroll like all the way back, you'll find a post about it where I posted it. Otherwise, you can look up online, like go to a search engine and type in like mercury in raw fish, Gelinas Wonder Planets study, and it might pop up there. Vincent Law says, when you look into the essence, energy, distinction, metaphysical principle, the Trinity will make so much sense to you. Without the energy, essence, distinction, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Dictator Jokes says, how would you approach the situation where dating or fancying someone but they're looking for a partner who's unvaxxed? Do you think this is important if you'd like to have children or not a big deal? It may or may not be a big deal. It just depends. I don't know. I don't know enough about the long-term effects of the vaccines on people. It's hard to say. I would prefer someone unvaxxed just because that means that we have a lot more in common as far as like our resistance to societal pressures and brainwashing. So currently me and my partner are both unvaxxed. So it's definitely, I don't think it's a deal breaker per se, but it's something that could bring you together as far as a common thing you have in common. Greg, how's it going, man? Good to see you. T. Murla says she's 63 but still doesn't like the idea of raw meat. Yeah, then maybe cooked carnivore is good enough for her, you know? I have a lot of people in my family that are, you know, like my mom is kind of the same way. She's eating a lot more meat and stuff, but she's not going to do raw. It's Raw says best test for heavy metal, blood, or hair analysis. To detox, eat a lot of fat, or other ways. I did a test. What was it called? I can't remember the company, to be honest with you. But again, it's on my Instagram. If you look back to all my posts, what was it called? I'm not sure, but you can find a bunch online, and it should be about like $100 for a hair analysis. But I don't even know how accurate that stuff is, man. Like, just because it's coming out of your hair doesn't mean it's in your body. That means that was in your hair, you know? Does that mean there's more left in your body, or it all came out in your hair? Like, I don't know what to make of all that crap, man. Mardioff says, if you couldn't prep your own mutton, where would you get raw meat? Would you trust grass-fed meats from Whole Foods? Yeah, I think 100% grass-fed meat from the grocery store is going to be just fine. I mean, it's got to be like USDA inspected and, you know, approved to be grass-fed and all that. So as long as they're eating just grass, it should be fine. But better than that would be like finding a local farmer and buying your meat from them. Greg says, me and my girlfriend just had beautiful meal steak tartare with raw egg, with raw butter, avocado, potatoes, and raw herring with plums. Earlier today we had oysters and blue steak with butter. That sounds good, man. Christian Women says, take back what you said about your Lord Jesus. No, I don't think so. Have you turned to Islam all of a sudden? What made you change? No, I'm not a part of any organized religion. That's a lot. Did you hear of the preacher in Africa who died from doing a long fast? No, I did not. He must have been too skinny, huh? Christian Woman, how about you go find another live stream to hang out on? Don't make me ban you. Hey, John. Ban Christian Women, whoever that is. Get her off my channel. Maven says, hey dude, it's been a while. You look like a glorious beast. Cheers to your health. Thanks, man. It has been a long time. We got a lot of old timers coming in here. Even John Pernice is rolling in. Yeah, and John Pernice, my Banhammer boy. Ban that dude that just made that comment below you too, where you said, "Hey everyone," that asked me if I'm jealous of Scott. Ban that guy too. Let's see. Thanks, buddy. I got my muscle rolling in right at the perfect time. This is a no gamma zone. Dictator Joke says, have you tried drinking animal's blood and what do you think about it? Yeah, I've had animal's blood a few times. Fresh lamb's and fresh sheep's blood. And it's pretty good, man. It's like super hydrating. It seems very nutritious. It's very interesting though. I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking it. But the Christians might tell you different. But it's obviously like a nutritious food. Let's see. Trying to get caught up on comments are getting kind of wonky here. Team Roller says, is Strange Addictions out yet? No, not yet. We're trying to find out. Everybody's asking. My mom's asking. My friends are asking. I've actually got a hold of the showrunner who worked with us, and I couldn't find it. So... thank you, John Pernice. You're the man. Thanks for the muscle, boy. Thoughts on Hitler? I don't know, man. I never met him. All I know is a bunch of crazy shit that came out in history books. It's probably a bunch of lies, you know? My chat is all messed up now. Chat's screwed up. Dang it. Zulu Alpha Charlie says suet tastes like candle wax and I haven't found a way to enjoy it. I just slug it down. Yeah, you really have to force it down, man. Okay, now my comments are coming back here. I couldn't read them. Joseph says, dude, I liked your recent Instagram stories about the obsession of strict diets. It's so true. Yeah, and that's actually part of the reason that probably a couple of these gammas tried to come in here. You don't have band privileges? Get out of here. How do I fix that? Participants. I don't know how to do this anymore. Through the... I guess just keep timing them out. Fuck it. Yeah, I think the gammas are coming out because I made that post about strict primal dieters on my Instagram. Boy, these guys got mad. But I'm glad they came out on my channel and started arguing so I could just ban them. I do that like once a year. I make a post about strict primal dieters and then they come out and get all pissed off. And then I just ban them. Yes, I heard about Crowder's bisexual phase. Big surprise. Big surprise. Alan Cartwright says, great looking beard. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. What's a gamma? Gamma male. It's the type of dude that comes on to chat rooms and starts arguments. That would be a gamma male. And that doesn't know how to go away and find somewhere where he's welcome. It's pretty much the good example. Yeah, see, there's a gamma right there. Love Jesus. John, get the hammer out. That's my boy. See, I have my muscle men trained in gamma slaughter. They know exactly what to do. Casey Chapman says, I find suet with meat in the same mouthful helps. Yes, that's exactly what you do. You take a little piece of suet, you put it with the piece of meat, and then you eat it. That's about the only way I can do it. Maven says, any big discoveries in these past 2 years with nutrition and health? Yes, I got a relaxed far infrared sauna. That's probably the biggest move that I've made in the past couple years. And that thing is freaking awesome. Sweat like a pig in it. My head sticks out so it doesn't heat up my head. And it's probably like the next best thing to hot baths. Maybe better in some ways because it's actually far infrared light. I don't really know which one's better or worse, but all I know is I sweat like a pig and it's super detoxifying. You can collapse it down, you can take it anywhere you go. And I do a sauna almost every day now, so it's been pretty awesome. All right, T-Molar, God bless you and the family. We'll see you later. Do I drink whey? I really don't know. I mean, I don't really make like cheese and stuff, so I don't really have access to whey at the point. You know, I just drink it like whole milk and stuff. Do I listen to classical music when I work out? No, I don't. I listen to like either electronic music or it just kind of depends, but it's usually definitely more like hardcore stuff. ACH Gamer says, would you believe in a God that will burn a good person that doesn't have done any harm, but don't believe in a religion that claims it's from God because he doesn't have enough argument? I have no idea what that means, dude. Leaf says, you triggered some Christians. What do you say exactly? I just said Jesus wasn't God. If I was so wrong about that, why would they get so mad? You know what I mean? Because they know it's stupid. They're indoctrinated. That's a sign someone is brainwashed and indoctrinated when you say the truth to them and they spaz out on you. Neo Anderson says, did you have autoimmunity originally? Is that what led you to this diet? I believe I had like celiac disease, and I believe I was undiagnosed epileptic. I had all sorts of stuff, skin problems, and I felt like I was developing MS. I had all sorts of crap going on. I was about to go to the doctor. And I decided to change my diet. But nothing officially diagnosed, but I was like on the brink of developing something pretty bad, I felt. So I just kind of stopped it in its tracks and prevented it. What's the saying? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, or something like that. Vincent says, are you still watching Owen? Oh yeah, we watch him pretty frequently, maybe once or twice a week. Some says basically this Christian woman was angry that he said Jesus is not God, then she was giving threats to the natural human diet, forcing him to say sorry, and then she was racist to some guy from Pakistan. Yeah, exactly. It's been a while since we had a little drama in the chat. It's kind of fun. It's nostalgic. Casey says, what sauna do you recommend? The Relax Far Infrared Sauna by the company called Momentum. It's $1,500. It's on Amazon. There is no substitutes. Don't buy the cheaper one. Get the Relax Far Infrared Sauna. $1,500 on Amazon. Because it's like 90% far infrared, which is way different than the other ones. The other ones will say far infrared, but they're actually a full spectrum. So you got to get the Relax sauna. Vincent says, dude, I envy your Faraday sleeping cage. I tried to make one based on your video, and I couldn't get the door to work right, and I wouldn't fully block the signal. I was upset. Yeah, so what you got to do there is... what we did is we tucked the screen underneath the wood, but then eventually we got like a little piece of Velcro, like a square Velcro, and we sewed it into the screen, and then we glued another piece of Velcro on the wood, and so now we just Velcro shut the screen door. So you gotta try something like that. You gotta make like a little latch system for the door. Zulu Alpha Charlie says, do you find you need more raw meat than cooked to maintain muscle mass? I don't know. I haven't done an experiment enough. I only eat raw meat, so it's hard. I haven't done an experiment with that. Darius says, what do you think of male pattern baldness, natural or sign of poor health? Hard to say. Baldness is still the mystery. I can't claim to, figure out what causes it. Male pattern baldness, just slightly, I don't think is like a huge deal. Like I have a little bit, like maybe, just like a little bit up here. Like it's gone back just a little bit. Just a little bit up there. And maybe, like a little bit back here, It's receded back just slightly. But I don't know, man. I don't know enough about baldness. I know that stress can really enhance it, though. That's for sure. Maven says it gets really cold where you live. You benefit from the sauna during winter, right? Oh, yeah. We've been doing it like every day in the winter for... You only need the sauna for 18 minutes, and your sweat is literally rolling off your body. Like, you can feel the sweat just rolling down your body in 18 minutes. About 25 minutes, you're done. Heats up in about 2 minutes. It's a really good sauna, man. How do I stay sane in a world of conflicting views? God, man. God has kept me sane. You just gotta be brave, and you gotta be fearless, and just stick with what you believe in and don't change it for anybody, no matter what. Joseph says, ever since I've been incorporating a lot of more raw meat and dairy, I literally have had diarrhea every day for a few months. Every day? Weird. Try eating more raw cheese. I don't know. Diarrhea every day, though. Yeah, that's not good. Try eating raw cheese, because raw cheese really is supposed to stop that up. Dictator Joke says, not that I think it's necessary, but have you heard of cambotherapy, where you're intentionally poisoned by a frog's secretion by a trained person to drain and reset the lymphatic system? No. It sounds really interesting, though. I've never heard of that. My fiance was telling me something really interesting yesterday about animals taking on the diseases of their owners. I thought that was really fascinating. Never heard of that before. Hair growth strategy for male pattern baldness. I don't know about hair growth, man. I mean, you just got to eat, obviously, the best diet you can, and stop using shampoo. That's for sure. What climate do I prefer to live in? I like the one I'm in now. I like the it's really, really hot in the summertime. It's beautiful in the spring and fall. It's like perfect. And then in the winter, it gets really cold. I love it. I love all 4 seasons. Am I supplementing with iodine? I am not. I've never had moldy berries. I don't think I would try that. Can I drop a link to the sauna? Go to Amazon, type in relax far infrared sauna, and then find the one that's $1,500. There's only one that's $1,500. That's the one. Should have like 91 reviews. CC says, do you believe there's benefits for women eating raw meat as well? I only eat raw meat when I visit family in Ethiopia and occasionally at home, but never. Yeah, I mean, my fiance eats raw meat, and she's like, I think she's beautiful. She's in like the best health I've ever seen. Her skin and her eyes are so clear. I mean, she's in exceptional health, and she eats raw meat every day with me. So yeah, I think women look beautiful on raw meat. Like way, way, way better than cooked food eaters. And beauty is a sign of health, basically, is my point there. Maven says, I find that I reach my nutritional needs with raw animal foods, but carbohydrates and starches seem to help fuel me for heavy work and tasks like no other. Also, starches and carbs I only crave in winter. Interesting. Yeah, I crave starches in winter as well, but I crave fruit in the springtime and summer. What carbs do I eat? Right now, just raw honey and the occasional potato. Do I bathe in tap water? I do shower in tap water, but it's got a filter on it. And I have to every day because of my job. Because I work with like dust and metal and stuff. But it's got like a 7-stage filter on it. So it filters a lot of crap out. But until I buy my own house, I'm going to have to just deal with that, you know. Do I watch Tom Barnett from Australia? Yeah, every once in a while I do. I like Tom a lot, man. Tom follows me on Facebook, actually, and he likes a lot of my posts on there. So Tom's definitely like he's a raw guy. But he's really cool. Very smart guy. Smart and talented man. The sunshine is really calling me, guys. This is one of the few like really nice days outside, so I'm probably gonna bounce here in about a minute. Even though this has been a great stream, got to go outside and get some sun, and so should you. You should get off your darn computers, go get some sunshine, eat some raw meat, exercise. I'm gonna go take my shirt off, sit in the sun for probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then I'm going to lift weights for about 25 minutes. And then I'm going to do 1,000 jump ropes in sets of probably 250. And then I'm going to sit in the sauna for 25 minutes. So that's my plan for the afternoon on my day off here. Yeah, if y'all want to say hi to John Pernice, his name is Raw Honey Jar on IG. And he's also a professional gigolo for all you ladies out there. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Love y'all. God bless. Have a good rest of your Monday. Keep eating raw meat. Don't take the backs.